Alright guys, how's it going? Moto Dragon here again. Bit of a different start to the video. This grass is soaking. I'm off the bike. Oh, nearly fell. What a great start to the video. So in one of my last videos I done the top 5 things I hate, which was a really strong word. I don't hate anything about this bike. But yeah, it was the top 5 things I hate or dislike about this bike. Oh, that's coming off. I've got to fix that. When you notice that there. Okay, that's a job for me to do. Okay. But yeah, it was the top 5 things I hate about this bike, and in this video I'm going to do the top 5 things I love about this bike. Annoyingly, there's too much to love about this bike. I need to check the other panel actually, because so these panels are actually just held on with, so you can see the Velcro. This one's a little bit better, but I have tape to actually fix them. So yeah, it's top 5 things I love about this bike, and the reason why I'm off the bike is because my number 1 thing I love about this bike, and again it's in different orders, I know like specific order, has to be the looks. I absolutely love this bike. I know it's a bit of a Marmite bike for a lot of people. I love it. I think it's one of the nice looking bikes out there. Prove me wrong. It's such a nice bike, and I just love what they've done. They just done something so different. I'm gonna sound very I don't know, artsy, go something so bold, but they did. It's just amazing. Also, one little thing I done, which I love already, is I painted it black. So I have a new oil cooler to go on, because you can actually see it's in shit at the moment. So I have a new one to go on. But anyway, that's besides the point. I just think the look of this bike is amazing, and I love the little things I've done. Like I love the carbon fibre, and I love the rim tape, rim decals. Yeah, I haven't plugged in a while. If you want rim decals like these and for other bikes, and they actually do kits now for bikes, like sticker kits, spinningstickers.com, use the code MotoDragon10 to get 10% off. I haven't plugged that in a while. Let me turn this on. So that's number 1. And why I turned the bike on is because number 2 has to be the sound. Let me just give you guys a little ripperoonie. Oh, just fucking beautiful. So this bike with the stock cat and everything sounds so bad, but oh, without the cat is just beautiful. And for those who don't actually, my feet are so slippy from that grass. Which way to go? I'll go this way for a change. For those who don't know, this is just a V-cat with the stock pipe. Whoa, bye! Yes. This is a D-cat, like a €100 D-cat with a stock exhaust, and I think it just sounds amazing. I don't see why you'd spend, you know, a few grand on an exhaust when you get the stock one like this. There's all the sheepies and the cows all together. The cross plane, and on the original Big Bang R1s, was one of my dream bikes. Just sounded amazing. And to have a cross plane now and just listen to it, literally every time I turn it on I smile and I get giddy and my PP gets hard and I don't know what to do with myself. It's such an amazing bike. So the third thing I love about this bike, and this is going to be a bit of an odd one, is actually the price. For performance and for a complete package, for what you pay for this bike brand new, and especially second hand, I just don't think you can really compete with it. Like, yeah, you can spend, I think, a little bit more, like actually not even that much more. You can buy an S1000 or, which, you know, is the direct competitor to this bike. I personally didn't like it when I drove it. I don't know, it was missing the character that this bike has. I know there's people that actually have S1000s and they completely disagree with me, but I don't know, there's just something about this bike that the minute I seen it, I was like, I have to have one of them. And the S1000 wasn't one of those bikes. I feel if you were to have an S1000 or and this bike side by side, I think you may I think you may just look past the S1K, and especially in this colour. This colour is just amazing. The fourth thing, what I absolutely love about this bike, is actually the way this bike makes you feel. Like, I'm just chilling in traffic, or not in traffic, I'm just chilling, and the bike is perfectly capable of doing that. And if I want to open it up, like I will do now, and I'm in 5th gear by the way, and that just pulled like a fucking train. It actually goes down to the modes in this bike. The modes in this bike are fucking amazing. Mode 1 is absolute hooligan and it's great, and then you have mode 3, which is like your rain mode, and it's totally calm, cool and collective. Ow, that was bumpy. Oh my god, it's so bumpy. But this bike, for it being like, it's not the most powerful, for being like, I don't know, like 150 horsepower, like it's not that powerful compared to the other ones. Just, I don't know, it's the way it delivers its power is amazing. Like when I was hopping on this bike, I wasn't expecting like an awful lot, mainly because it's not like, you know, again, it's not the most powerful one in the world, but good god, and obviously it's to do with the torque. Fucking hell, it is just beautiful. The last thing I love about this bike, and like most of them, it's a bit of a odd one, and especially this is more for Ireland really, but these bikes are hard to find in Ireland. There are not many of them. I'm gonna say rarity, even though it's not a rare bike. You can walk into any Yamaha dealer and buy one brand new. I've seen 2 other MT10s in person, that's all I've seen, and I've seen the same one like 3 times, and that's only because he's in the same group as me. But just out in the wild west of Ireland, I haven't seen any, and they're just so rare. And sticking with that as well, I was everywhere, oh my god, any shop or anywhere I pull up to where there's bikes, they all talk to me about this bike. And it's because everyone's seen the bike, everyone knows what this bike is, but there's just not many of them. You know, there's loads of R1s, there's loads of R1Ms, and even the new ones, and they're far superior bike. She just parked on the path. Yeah, she did. You go, girl. Cob shy. Where there's all parking space, she picks the path. There's just not many of them. Just out there, one of those Hondas. Those Honda Gixxer 749 Panigales. Yes. All of those. And what's annoying is this bike pops and bangs like crazy, but the mic doesn't pick any of them up. Oh, fuck me. But there you go guys, there is my list. A bit of a random list to be fair, but there's so much good about this bike. The simple thing of what I love about this bike, and is literally the bike. I just think it is amazing. Don't think it can really be faulted. When you factor in absolutely everything, you just can't fault it, and I love it. And again, I love the fact that there's not many of them here in Ireland. For whatever reason, there's not many of them, and I love that too. Everyone stops there, it's amazing. There you go guys, that's my list of what I love about this bike. If you haven't seen my dislikes, go ahead and check that out. They are all really subjective dislikes. They are absolute panickety the fuck. You know, I struggled to find 5 things I disliked, and they're all stupid. Like the seat, you know, come on, the fucking seat not being comfortable, come on. But that has been the video. I've been Moto Dragon. Make sure you subscribe, hit like. I really appreciate it. But I guess the video, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Okay.